Hello ladies and gentlemen, Ford here from Ford Store Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about the future of my channel, how often I'm going to be uploading now, and I've got a lot of things to cover in this video, so let's go ahead and get started. As you guys know, I'm not planning on using fancy graphics in my channel for a little while. I'm trying to get some software set up. Anyway, I'm unfortunate to report to everybody, it's unfortunate, that I'm going to start uploading less and less. Now, I am checking to make sure that YouTube's not screwing up again. And if you guys are also wondering, I also am now a Twitch affiliate. But the live streams on Twitch are also going to be starting, but they're not going to be as constant. In fact, it's getting so hard right now that Twitch streams may come at most once a month or even at all. So, I am sorry to tell you guys about this. Summer has absolutely been crazy. We've had to redo a roof. We've had yard care after yard care project to deal with and take care of. I'm actually going to be doing that tomorrow. And the reason I'm so hesitant, I also want to talk about one other thing. The reason I'm so hesitant on talking about doing videos of mowing is because of people's addresses. I don't want leaked onto YouTube. There's just, you got to be careful when you're in my line of work. If you're a yard care man or if you're a tradesman or whatever you do, because you don't want to upset your clientele. Now, the unfortunate fact of the matter is people are always asking me why people on YouTube of my category. Oh yeah, by the way, the demographic of my channel may end up changing eventually. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I may become a vlogger. I don't know. I love tools and I like ratchets and I like stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not as big a fan of tools right now as I once was. Anyway, so tools are also getting more expensive. I don't really know where my channel's future is going to go. Now, eventually what I want to do is I want to try to start welding. This isn't really a shout out, but I do watch another YouTuber on here called Welding. If you guys don't have him in your playlist, check him out. His guy's name is Christopher Kraft. He's a great YouTuber. He's from North Carolina, from what I gather. He's just a very good YouTuber. He's a very awesome welder. He went to school for welding. He actually just graduated. And I'm obsessed with his channel. I'm trying to find him on social media so I can follow him. But, again, this also has to do with the past course of the year of people begging from me. Guys, I'm not going to beg from anybody else. My camera will not focus. For them to go live or them to make videos, I don't personally, it's not me saying that I don't care if they do. It's me saying that I'm not going to force what I want on others. Because I absolutely have no right to do that in any shape or form. And also because there are a lot of subscriptions that I'm supporting right now that I'm trying to get a hold of and trying to network on YouTube. There are a couple of shoutouts that I wanted to give for my video, and I'm going to say them out here in the open. This was actually for the 500 supporters. I may actually do that in the next video. I've got quite a few people I need to shout out. So, the future of my channel, we don't know yet. We're actually letting the channel kind of lay dormant slightly. Not that we're not going to make videos, but that we are just letting it sit for a while and simmer and see what happens. We may do vlogs for a while. We may do something else. I'm just tired of not uploading consistently and trying to wait till the next trip I go to Harbor Freight or the next trip I go to Home Depot. or the next trip that I go to Lowe's, or the next time I go to Menards, or the next time I go to Tractor Supply, or the next time that I even buy anything that's worth making a project. Speaking of project, we actually have been working on a project, and I am not allowed to talk about it because we were actually technically hired by this person to, and it's not a YouTuber, so you guys have no idea who this is, to help him repair and build some, or fix one of his toys that he bought. It's a motorized wet ski. That's what it is. And I can't tell you what model, I can't tell you what brand, I can't tell you who owns it, I can't tell you anything about that. I cannot tell you if it's for sale, I cannot tell you which it's not. But we were hired by this individual to help him with this. Now, what I can tell you is that we are making great progress. We are actually in the process right now of me doing something else. And, yeah. So, what I need to talk to you guys about also is Twitter. Now, I need to be honest with you guys. I am Twitter, and then we're going to talk about Twitch, because this is something I need to talk to you guys about. So we talked about YouTube. We talked about why I'm not uploading as much. We've talked about the project that I'm doing. Now, we need to talk about Twitter. Guys, do not get offended if I do not check my Twitter. I'm trying to get stuff done. I'm trying to get stuff worked on here in the shop. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to do all this other stuff. I've got a yard I gotta take care of and maintain that's actually gonna need to be mowed tomorrow. Again, the reason I can't film that is because of privacy reasons. Per address. But, you know, it's not that I'm not trying to support people. It's that I've got to do YouTube, I've got to do life, and sooner or later it's going to get even harder. So, that's pretty much it. Shout out video will be coming out. Let's see, what am I at? 500 something now supporters? Wow, how in the world did I do that? Thank you all of you for your support, by the way. That's a big thing. If you guys weren't here, the channel would not be going still. My idea of support, I actually got this question on Twitter. What is my idea of, how do I feel about support chats? Guys, I'm a huge fan of Green Bay Wacky. I'm a huge fan of, what's his name? James Cox. The hashtag I am a creator movement. Not everybody's on board with this, but we can understand where it's coming from. I'm not going to put that hashtag in my YouTube videos because that's James's thing. I'm going to leave it the way it is. The Green Bay Wacky stuff, I'm going to leave that to him. You know, and what am I doing on YouTube most of the time when I'm not making videos? Guys, I'm checking out other channels. I'm also definitely checking out channels that do construction. One of my other favorites right now is Primitive Technology. I actually watched a couple of these channels, which I'm assuming are from the region of Asia. These very nice gentlemen and men and women who are building these things from scratch. They're making their own concrete. They're doing all this stuff. They're making their own stone slabs. They're putting in water. They're building swimming pools. They're building boats. I'm watching people building boats. I was watching somebody actually yesterday building a Harbor Freight trailer, which I'm actually interested in right now, is getting a trailer. That will hopefully be coming out within a year. If I can negotiate and I can get my act together right now, I probably will get that. Fixing lawnmowers. I'm on YouTube. Believe me, I'm on YouTube. Now, sadly, I will not be on YouTube as much in the next coming months. I will try to. I'll try to drop a video every week. But right now, guys, it's getting so hard. Now, make no mistake that I will be working on doing more YouTube stuff within the next 3 weeks, but after that, I have no idea what's going to happen. So, I want you guys to bear with me. Now, we need to address one other thing. Everybody keeps asking me, if this is a tool channel, why do I not do tool reviews every week? Now, first of all, to the haters, if you have millions of dollars, let's just say this. If you guys have millions of dollars and you want to go outside to Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, and you want to invest your money in these things, that's totally up to you. That's fine. If you're rich, go right ahead. Go ahead, because that would be awesome to see. The thing that bothers me, I'm going to add this in too, is say that I go to Home Depot and I need to buy certain something, like say I need to buy a Ryobi drill, and I actually need to have this item, okay? Something is broken and I need to fix it, and I need to drill a pilot hole for this item, so I go out and get a drill and some bits, okay? Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that a few days from now, I'm going to go back to Home Depot, or I'm going to go back to Lowe's, or I'm going to go back to Menards, or I'm going to go back to Harbor Freight, or I'm going to go back to Tractor Supply and get a tool like this, because I already have one. You know, if it breaks, I'll go get another one. But I'm not going to go to multiple stores and spend an unprecedented amount of money on tools that I'm hardly ever going to use. My impact driver, I don't hardly use it. The last time I used it was when I was building my platform / tool bench that you saw in a past video that was done probably about a month ago. That was necessary. I was building a platform and needed it to be strong, because I would probably be standing on it at some points, trying to work on the tree, trying to cut back some low-hanging limbs, and then it was going to be moved to a tool bench. That was necessary. Now, I'm not going to go out and just buy a tool because I'm not going to use it. You know, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but say that I go out to Home Depot right now and I buy a right angle Ryobi right here. Now, again, this is tools that I'm actually borrowing. These aren't my tools. So, I'm not saying I wouldn't love to have one of these. I'd love to have one, man. But, again, I don't have a reason to have one. You know, these are not mine. So, these are tools that I'm borrowing from somebody. So, if you have millions of dollars and you want to start a YouTube channel surrounding tools, go right ahead and buy whatever you want, man. No one's going to stop you. No one's going to do anything about it. You know, oh, I don't want this guy to buy some tools. No, I don't care personally if people buy tools. I'd love for people to buy tools. That's the point of this channel. But that does not mean that I have to go out, or am obligated to go out and buy tools that I can't afford. That ain't gonna happen. That's not. If I go out and buy a cheap ratchet and people start marring me, well, I could say, well, you can go right ahead and buy a $200 ratcheting wrench. SK will take $200 from you for 7 ratcheting wrenches, which I got at Harbor Freight for $15 with a coupon. Now, yes, I have a surplus amount of coupons, and there's actually something from Harbor Freight that I'm looking into right now, if I can get the permission that I need for the item, and granted, if they still sell said item. Now, and I would love to have this. I really would love to have this because of the car right now that I am driving. Not the Cherokee, the other one. So, oh yeah, there's another thing. I don't really feel like I want to reveal that one. So, don't ask. You know, I would if I was setting that video to private, but, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. So, now there are a couple of more things we need to address here. Number one is respect your fellow YouTubers. Just because they're not doing what you want doesn't mean that they're doing something wrong. You know, there are some things on YouTube I wish YouTubers would do, but I keep my mouth shut and say, well, maybe they'll do it in the future. You never know what these people are going to do. You know, I mean, they may go out and buy an F-150, they may go out and buy a Chevy, they may go out and buy a Dodge, they may go out, or tool related, let's do that. So we talked about cars. They may buy one of those things or the other. They may go out and buy the cheapest, junkiest ratcheting system that you've ever seen, or they may go out and buy SK. You know, I don't really mind which one they buy because, guess what? It's not my ratchet. So, I'm going to support their decision and say, okay, well, they want to buy this. All right. I'll leave them a like. I can understand, you know. The biggest problem, like I said before in one of my earlier live streams, actually, was it seems to me that people on YouTube nowadays, well, some people, have a lack of humility. Like, they don't care who they're hurting. And that's going to destroy your channel. Inevitably. Your channel will be destroyed. I personally go on channels and say, hello, how is everybody? How is everyone doing? You know, trying to be friendly with people. Hold on one second. See, I go onto tool channels. I'm back. I go onto tool channels all the time, and I make, you know, I talk nice to these people, and I say, what's your best, you know. I was on a chat yesterday, actually, and this is one of the few times I've been on this gentleman's chat, unfortunately. I believe his name is Slippery Fish. And we were talking, and he said he wanted to ask me a couple of questions about lawnmowers. Now, I am a tool reviewer, but I don't know a whole lot about lawnmowers. I've only owned 2 different kinds of engines and 2 different brands of mower. 3 brands. Murray, I've owned 1 Murray push mower, 1 Murray riding mower. I've owned 2 snapper mowers, and I've owned a Cub Cadet, the newer ones. That's the only lawnmowers I've ever owned. So, my current one is a snapper, and the Cub Cadet. So, on John Deere and other stuff, I've heard good things about them. I don't personally have one, so I can't answer that question, unfortunately. But there definitely is one thing else I want to say. Guys, if you're waiting for people to do these on YouTube, and they're a certain YouTuber, and they just don't have the funding, search it up on YouTube and find someone else's channel. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that if my channel can't afford it, type in John Deere XR520 or something, and look it up on there. I have absolutely no problem with people interacting with other channels and getting other insight. Heck, when I was buying my ratcheting wrenches, actually, I was researching at least 10 different YouTube channels just to see what was there. Craftsman, Stanley, Pittsburgh, Cobalt, Milwaukee, Husky, all these brands that these people make. And I went with the Pittsburgh because I wanted to be a little cheap. Now, of course, would I like to have had a Husky brand? Oh, yeah. I love Husky. We have Husky toolboxes everywhere. I just bought one. But I don't want to spend $80 to $100 on ratchets. At least when I'm not able to afford many other kinds of tools that could do the job better, like SK and Tecton and all these other tool brands. And to be honest, when I was talking about changing my channel's demographic, I'll be honest with you, talking about tools all the time can be very boring for me. But that's what the name of the channel is, which is why I'm thinking of changing it. So, you know, I love tools. I love the name of my channel, but I don't want to misrepresent, you know. Cars are out of the question. Can't do them. I acknowledged this when I made the channel. No cars. I showed my Cherokee, but that's, you know, that's not a Ford. So, that's strictly for protection. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I've gone on this subject long enough. Be nice to your fellow YouTubers. If they don't have something in your channel that you agree with, smile, take it with a grain of salt. You know, there are some channels that I'm not necessarily, you know, fond of, but at least I'm using humility and saying, okay, well, this person likes what they're doing on their channel. I'll use a couple of examples here. So, I'm supporting a channel of a lady who is making jewelry. Now, I met her in a YouTube chat and said, well, I will support you. Now, bear in mind, I'm not, you know, I'm not a huge jewelry lover. I don't really like jewelry that much. But I like to support people. So, well, as much as I can. So, obviously, I'm still supporting her. Just because I don't make jewelry doesn't mean I can't like anything. You know, if everybody on YouTube, and I think I've said this before in an earlier video, if everybody on YouTube liked the same dadgum thing, if everyone liked the same dang thing, D-A-N-G, YouTube would be a boring website. It just would. So, you know, maybe you're a reviewer, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a jewelry maker, maybe you're a construction worker, maybe you're an auto detailer, maybe you're a race car driver. You know, do what you want to do on YouTube. And forget what the haters say. Because obviously they aren't making any content and they don't really care. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me the next couple of weeks. Feel free to support other YouTubers during this transition time. I have not a single problem with anybody helping anyone else in the YouTube community. I have no problem with it. I encourage it. And if you guys want to, I will get around to my shoutout video. So, but thank you guys so much for watching, and be helpful on YouTube. You know, we're all in this together, believe it or not. So, thank you guys for watching. Love you all. We will try to make another trip to Harbor Freight in the next couple weeks. As I said before, if we do go, it's going to be for a vlog. It's not, I don't really necessarily need any tools right now. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and take care.